Okay. Okay, I think I'm ready to get started. Let's... Okay, so... Let me run. So, this is the game. Turn-based strategy game that I'm working on. Um, in very early days of development. So, um, what I'm planning on doing today is there's a couple of bug fixes that I want to work on. And then if I have time, because I do have a hard stop, if I have time, then I would like to... Let me adjust the camera a little bit. There. Then I would like to work on some gameplay code for some mechanics ideas I had. So let's get started. So the first problem in the game is if I go over to the level editor, and I come here and I click on an entity, and then I drag this entity off the map, the game crashes. So let's fix that. So this is in the update function, running the render system, and we're getting this. So visibility data. Let's see. Tile visibility. Well, I guess we shouldn't be able to drag him off the map in the first place. So I don't know if I want to have an if statement here that checks if it's off the map. Let me close the game. And then let's go to the level editor code. Whoops. Let's see here. Where is the logic around dragging an entity? Trigger editing. Let's see. Entity editing, okay. And then here's moving. Okay, so here's the problem right here. So before we assign that, we want to save it to a temporary. So auto tile position, and then actually make this immutable. And then we're gonna say if tile position, just paste that, equals tile position, and then we're gonna see if tile position dot x is less than 0, or tile position dot x is greater than or equal to the game map width. And then, or we can do that for y. Height. So that should fix that. The level editor, oop, what happened there? Okay, whatever. So I come over here, click on the entity, and I can still drag them off. Interesting. Okay, so we have audio. I swear, OBS is like one of the least reliable programs I have ever used. It is unreal how bad it is. Literally every single time I try to stream, it's something. It is always something. But it all seems to be working now. Now I have to reset all my freaking noise gates and crap. Anyways, video games. Okay. Now I just have to keep OBS up in the other screen to just keep an eye on that freaking microphone because it just might die. Alright. So, what was the bug I was freaking working on again? Right. So, the bug is every time we open and exit the level editor, we are not clearing out the memory and freeing the memory that we're using properly. So I'm gonna go to, oops, what the hell? Okay, that was weird. So this is being called load level. And if I go over to the level editor code, are we not calling load level? What are we calling? Load map. Go to definition. So, load level. I'm thinking about where this code should live. Let's just move it for now into the load map function call. So, rebuild the game. Oh, how do I make this bigger? Properties? Font. 24. Unable to modify the shortcut. Okay, I just wanted to change the font size. Like... Okay. Whatever. Alright. Okay, so now if I bring up the memory view and we're looking at this one this value right here. So it's sitting at 10% right now. So if I enter and exit, it is no longer going up, and I can just do this over and 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 over again, and we are no longer crashing. Awesome. So that is bug number 2 down. Bam. Alright, bug number 3. This is going to be a lot more involved. So let's commit our code. Add all with commit-m. Fixed a bug where we were not clearing the level memory arena when loading the map editor. Okay. So, now. So this is the next bug is, let me turn off AI. Come back over here, grab this spell, push the boulder out of the way. So we're coming over here, and I'm standing right here, right? And my player is able to travel diagonally. Usually, but if I'm going through a doorway, I don't want to allow that because look what happens. Like, it looks like I'm traveling straight through that wall. So I only want to allow cardinal direction through doorways. And I am not quite sure how to do that. So the first thought that comes to mind is I could modify the pathfinding algorithm so that you give it a from and a to the pathfinding algorithm, and it only says if it's passable if they're cardinal directions, right? But the problem is that doesn't solve all cases, because if I go back into the level editor and I move you here, right? Save, turn off, and then come back over here. Push this out of the way and come back through here. So this enemy is right here, right? And if I try to push them, I can push them through, and that doesn't use the pathfinding code. That just uses the normal movement code, right? So how do I fix that other case? So let's take a look at that code that where the pushback is happening. Let's close some of these. So turn actions. This is where we push the entity backwards. Excuse me. Update. Here we are. Pushback. Go to definition. Okay. So the way that we're telling that is we're saying does block. So what we can do actually is we can just modify this function. This is tile blocked function. And oops, didn't mean to do that. So entity manager map position. So what we can do is we can just say to position, and then we can just say vec2i from position, right? And then we can we want to do a special case for the door, right? How are we going to do that? We would have to mark in the tiles, the tile information that's in the game map, that it is a door. So if I go over to the game map, oh, I was already in that file. Oh, okay. So up here, where we have this tile info, we don't, this is unnecessary. Where are we setting this? Here. Yeah, we don't need this rotation. Let's get rid of that. And then what we can do is we say let's say something like bool only allow cardinal movement. And we'll just add a note here, which is this tile will only allow it to be moved to from north, south, east, or west direct movement. Okay. So down here, and get rid of these rotation parameters, because we're really not using that anywhere. Okay, then I want to, where's the, so this is the door walls. So I want to add through, right? And then anything else, just specify false. False, 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 whoops. False, false, false. Okay. And we'll be putting this into configuration file sometime later, but not right now. So we have this Boolean flag. So we want to go back to our, well, first of all, does this compile? Minimize that. Okay, woo. Is tile block stuff. Yeah, okay, so let's fix some of this. Come up here. To position, so do that. And then we'll look for this tile blocked. So this is the A star. So new position and then current. Mouse tile position. So why are we doing this blocks call? Where is that being used? Blocks. I see. Does this matter in this case? I don't think this matters specifically. So this is in the player input code where this is determining whether or not when we're moving around the level that this is a clickable. This is before the A star pathfinding happens. When the player clicks on a specific spot in the level, it's determining whether or not the player can actually get there. So this doesn't matter. So we're just going to have a specific flag in this case that's going to be like int min. And we're going to look for that specifically in the function call. So where is this? This is in the render plan. So this is, we are debugging the pathfinding information. This is just marking as whether or not something is passable. I don't care about this right now. Okay. And then turn actions. So this is the pushback stuff. So data target tile. Where's the current tile? Don't we have a data.current tile? Target tile. Tiles to move. Current tile. Yes, we do. Okay. So just paste that there. Then come back over here. This is in the AI state. This does matter. So new position. We want to break this out. We want to say immutable tile position. This. Paste. And then paste. Okay. Debug overlay. This doesn't matter. Vec 2i min. Int.min. Okay. So did this compile? That does compile. Okay. So now we can come back in here. Well, actually, the game should not have been modified in the slightest. So if I do, actually, you know what? Reload the level. Turn off AI. Come back over here. Push this out of the way. Come back over here. So if I come over here, the bug is still there. Okay, cool. So nothing changed, which is exactly what we expected. So now we can go back to the code for is tile blocked. And we can say to position X. We're not checking all the cases here. We should be saying to position X is less than 0. Bam. and do that. Y less than 0. Okay. So, oops. Save. Okay. For each Z map depth. If tile. So if tile blocks return true. So if type dot only allow cardinal movement. So we're going to say mutable if is equal. Well, actually, let's call it direction. Direction, no, is equal to position minus from position, right? And then we're gonna say, don't we have a array of this somewhere? Oh, I keep accidentally doing the freaking Mac keyboard shortcut. So it's neighbors. Go to definition. Yes. So I want to create a new one of these, which is just like cardinal neighbors, right? And we just want to do like that, right? Because that's south, that's north, that's east, and that's west, right? So we want to come back down here, and we want to say for each neighbor in cardinal neighbors, we'll found. So if direction equals, well, you know what? This isn't worth it. It's only 4 things. We could just manually write an unrolled loop, right? So we can just do if direction equals, and come back up here, grab this, delete this, come back down here, paste, and tab, say or, actually it would be and, because we want to do not equals. Not equals, and then we just do bam, bam, bam. And okay, so if we get the direction and we say it's not one of the cardinal directions, then return true. I think that's okay. So let's just recap this logic. If it's this special type of tile, we're grabbing the direction vector, and we're saying if it's not one of these cardinal directions, it's blocking. Okay, I think that's all we need to do. So, back to the debugger, run. Okay, turn off AI. Over here, push this out of the way. Come over here. Now, if I come here, I can't step through here. I can't step through it at all. But I can go over there. You see that? Like, okay, so I can... I'm still going through this... So I can't... Wait, what? So I can't step on this tile. Even though... I'm in a cardinal direction. So let's... I don't think this is something I'm going to easily debug because in the debugger, because it relies on the mouse position. So I'm just going to do a debug print here. direction, bam. Then back over here. Turn off AI, add the skill, push this thing out of the way. Come over here. Come over here. Okay, so now. Shoop. Someone is giving this int min when I need it not to do that. Oh, I forgot to add the special case where we say and from position does not equal vec2i int min. Right. Save. I just keep doing the freaking Mac commands. Okay. Run the game. Turn off the AI. No. Okay. Ugh. Doesn't seem to be changing. So it's printing there. It's not. So it's obviously coming from this player input. So tile blocked. It's the only place we call it. So it has to be this thing right here. Why am I? Wait a second. Wait a second. So come back over to this code. I only want, so if from position hold on. Is the game still running? I am confused about what the bug is here. So here, in the A star code, we're saying tile blocked, new position, current. New position equals goal. That doesn't seem right. Hold on. Come back over here. Did it. It did it correctly. So come back over here. And yeah, see, okay, so it's doing that part correctly. So it's going up then through here, whereas before it was just going, but it doesn't do that from both sides. What? What? So it does it correctly from there, but not from there. Oh, because is that the same bug? So if I go, nope. I don't understand that. So we're coming up through here, and it's doing that correctly, right? But we're coming down here. Where's my output? Here. It's just all over the place. What is this code? Because the player... Okay, so back in the player input code, this is int min, so this shouldn't be printing. Free movement. Combat free movement. Why is it grabbing the A star path when the mouse isn't down? I guess that's to show... Oh, okay, so that's to make sure that we're not telling the player they can get to somewhere. Okay, so we're always doing an A star calculation. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. So that's where that print is coming from. It's coming from this right here. So I want to go back to this code. I want to add a couple more pieces of information. I want to say to position and from position, and just to make it nice for me, I'm gonna change these to tabs. So I'm gonna make. How am I going to make this debuggable? Let's see. Let's just try this for a second. So run the game. Turn off AI. Here. Okay, so we're coming over here, right? Here's the information. And what are these tiles? Oops, that's not what I want to know. I want to know. So this is 4284 and 4184. So 42. I want to go down here. $41.84. I could just special case the debug statement and just only print it if it's one of those two tiles. 4284 and a 4184. Okay. So I want to come down here and I want to just trying to do some simple debugging. what we're still doing here. Well, not so simple, but simple in concept. Okay, so run the game, run the build. Okay. Over here. Yeah. Okay, so just double checking that we're not actually... From 41. So if I come down here and pass through, okay. From so there's a -1 happening over there. And the... What's our frame rate? Alright, I'm going to turn VSync on and try this again. Because it's actually... config VSync through. Run the game. So, VSynced. Back over here. Push this out of the way. Okay. So. Okay. So I come through here. So, and then just to double check. I'm over here. And it correctly goes through that way. So -1. That's fine. So 4184 to 4285. 4184 to 4285. Right? So that should not be allowed. Why is it allowed? Dude, I don't get that at all. Hold on. One thing I just want to see what'll happen. This doesn't look right to me. So this is the A-star code. It's not checking for blocking when the final position is the goal. So I'm just going to get rid of that and see what happens. So I'm going to turn off AI processing in and see if... So this... That all seems normal. All that pathfinding stuff seems normal. I can't click into here, which seems nice. Okay, so come back over here. Okay, so the bug is still present. So what is this tile? This tile is 4285, right? And then this tile is 4184. So 4184 to 4285. 4184 to 4285. 4184 to 4285. Is this right? Oh my gosh. So what's happening is we're over here, right? And it's saying, so I get to here, right? And the from tile, so this is the 2 position, right? And the tile 2 position, right? And so in this case, this is the from position, this is the 2 position. So in this case, it's saying the 2 position, and the wall is on the 2 position. So it works in that case. But when I'm over here, I am now here, and so the 2 position is now over here, and it's no longer checking for that tile, because the wall isn't like between tiles, it's actually literally on this tile right here. That's the problem. So I have to say, so where are we using this type? That's fine. So this is going to be 2 position type. 2 position, let's call this tile info. And then, okay, 2 position. Then we're gonna say up, from. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. So now we build. Okay. So, and crash. Was not expecting that. Oh, we forgot to check for Inchman. That's right. So these need to be in a different order. And then we take this, move this up here, and then in here, we say if, and then that, and then we move this in here, and then bam. Okay. Bam, bam. Okay. No longer crashing, which is neat. So come over here, turn off AI, add player, skill, push that out of the way, come back over here. Okay, so now if I stand over here, you have to, and that broke. Okay, how did I screw up the logic? Okay. Um, okay, yeah, we need a little bit more complicated logic here. We need to say, um, we actually need to break this out. So we need to say if, this is probably not going to be correct, but we're just going to have to hammer this out. Okay, so if prompt position, we are going to have to take this and move it out here. Wait a second. Okay, so no, hold on. I'm going to have to just explain what I want to do in plain English, and that'll make everything clear for me. Okay, so I want to say, only consider... We only care about all of this if the front position... So first of all, that's the first thing to eliminate. We don't want to do any of this stuff if we don't care about the front position, right? And then the other thing that we want to say is, I think we just kind of want to do that, right? So if the from position isn't valid, ignore it. And then we get the info, and we care about if either tile only allows cardinal movement. And then I think that's what we want to do. Okay. Little mistakes in Boolean logic. Okay, so, whoops. That shouldn't be allowed. I was just able to click and do this on an empty tile. Oh, it's another bug. Let's write that down before I forget. So, bug, able to cast push on an empty tile. Okay. So, come back to the game. Push. Boom. Back over here. Now if I stand here, it goes through correctly. And if I stand over here and I want to go here, and it's still not working, okay, okay, okay. This tile type. Type. Oh. Whoops. I forgot to move this. Whoopsie. That was it. That was the problem. 478. There. Oh, forgot to close the game. Run, run. Okay. Crash. Into max? Oh. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So in this specific case in the gameplay code, we're using int max and not int min as an invalid flag. I need to fix that. We should be consistent across the code base. So go back to turn actions. And we're going to come back up to here and say bam, 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 min. And then we're going to come, so find max. Actually, you know what? Escape. Escape. Min. Okay. Find min. Excuse me, max. So this is pushback. Min. This is a different command. Don't care about that. This is go to location. Might as well fix this while we're here. Min. Just don't care about this. This is wrong. Because, yeah, this is also wrong. Because I haven't, a flag. Yeah. Okay. Turn actions. So anywhere that does this is just incorrect. -1, -1, -1. -1. Okay. Fixing lots of bugs at the same time. Okay. So now, over here, rebuild. Back over here. You know what? While I'm debugging this, I can't believe I didn't think of this before. I should just move the freaking player spawn just right here, so I don't have to keep doing all that stuff every single time. Oh wait, save and exit. Okay. Turn off AI. Okay. Can you please move out of the way, please, sir? Thank you. Come back in. It's not. Why is that not? What? All this is now inaccessible, but if I come down here, I mean, that works. So that part of it was fixed, but now we have this brand new bug. So let's quit. Run. Is this just a bug in the... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move the player spawn over here. Save. Exit. Run. Turn off AI. Okay, so is this just a bug in the combat code? No. Where's my console output? Here. So I can move like diagonal all day through here. Come here, and now I can move down here. Here and here. Is this a visit? Did I? add a visibility check to the pathfinding without remembering? No, that's not it, because then I should be able to... Goodness gracious. Okay. False. What the hell? So if I'm up here, I can go down here, but not here, not here. Just A-Star can't find a path to that spot. And it's real struggling. Okay. How on earth am I going to debug this? Okay, so we have some sort of debug pathfinding code that I've already written. Let's go to console commands. Show it. Are we not? Do we actually not have a console command for that? Debug pathfinding. We don't. Okay, so I need a new console command, which is going to be like toggle pathfinding debug. Oops. Debug. One word. Doom. Excuse me. Game state, debug pathfinding, debug pathfinding, save. Okay. I know I have some pathfinding debug code. I don't remember what it does. And I forgot to close the game again. Run. Okay, so turn off AI. I need debug. Okay, so all it does seemingly is just draw. That doesn't seem to be very helpful. So let's look at this over here. Nothing. Render plan. And is tile blocked? It just shows the blocked tiles? That's not very helpful. And really, this should be red, so R. So this should be... yeah. So that's fine. I do still want to keep that, but the other thing I want to do is I want to draw all the places where A-Star is hitting. And sort of draw the path that it's trying to make. That's kind of complicated graphical display. Do I want to do that right now? I don't think I do. let's just try to debug it just how we've been doing it. So here, right? And I want to get to there, but I can't. So this is, again, this is 4184 and 4285. Game map here. So, write out a whole bunch of stuff. The console. So first, we want to say, let's not reuse this. That's, I know it's a little inefficient, but we'll get over it. So let's say from tile type, then to tile type, and then direction. Hey dog. Good girl. You're a good girl. Okay. Not that one. This one. And I forgot to close the game again. Okay. So come over here. Whoops. Didn't want you to do that. Really didn't. Well, this is actually somewhat better because now we can... Right, because sometimes... Oh. Wait a second. Then why... Isn't the from... Wait a second. 4184 to... Okay. It'll be... Okay. Where's the console? There it is. I don't understand this. there's probably some sort of obvious thing that I'm missing. So this is 4184. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to print this out as well, because this is very odd. I'm trying to understand where it's getting these directions from. $17? What? $17. 40. You've got to be kidding me. Like 3281 is like all the way back here. Why is it? Is it just the A-star calculation, which is just completely and totally borked? Because it's jumping from 41. It's jumping from 4283 to 17. How did it even get there? 1682? Where even is that? $16.82. It's all the way back here. This has to be a bug in the A-star implementation and not this specific pathfinding code. There's no way, because like it's like I come up here and I can come down here no problem, but I go over here and all of a sudden it's like nah. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Not right now because I'm out of time. I'm going to delete my A-star implementation because I wrote this while looking off of somebody's blog post, and it has bug. I already know it has some bugs in it. Like, so for example, if I come over here, right, and then I bring my guy and come over here. Save. Boom. Boom. And I try to go to a far away position. Sometimes, but only sometimes, it will completely wig out. And I'm trying to get it to do so. And of course, now that I'm trying to, it won't. So if I go like... Okay, but the point... Okay, the demonstration isn't working. But the point is, I already know that there are bugs in the A-star implementation. And that, to me, looked like a bug in the A-star, not in the collision detection stuff. So I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm going to do what I did with the FOV stuff and just grab somebody who's actually good at this sort of thing, their implementation, and just replace it. And it's probably going to end up being faster, too. So let's fix the map data before I end. Let's fix the map data before I log off. Save. Save. Okay. Okay. Well, we sort of kind of fixed 3 bugs today. Which... And I was sort of hoping to get to the gameplay code stuff, but I'm out of time, unfortunately. So, that's it. Stream's over.